Hi you guys. So I thought I'd do a quick video on gardening right now. It is still the fire season here in Oregon, and what I'm noticing is that since we went from 80-degree weather down to high 50s, that my plants are all kind of getting shocky, and they're starting to really look like fall. It's fall time. So what I'm thinking is that we're going to need to start harvesting our fruit and veg, because we're going to get another big shock here in a few days. The temperature is going to go back up to 80 degrees. With the smoke too, it's making it hard for the plants to breathe, but I'm noticing lots of yellowing. So we need to go in and clean that up. Clean that up on your bushes. Take all these yellow spots out. I'm not sure that these green tomatoes are going to ripen. The orange ones definitely will, so I'm just kind of out here picking every day, and I encourage you to do that as well. I'm especially worried about the squash though, so let's go over to the big garden and talk about that. So on the way over, I'm noticing too, look at all the leaves that have suddenly started falling. That's maple and oak leaves. But we went from, hot summer to this foggy, ashy kind of weather, and Swiss chard will do fine. The tomatoes, I think, are going to die, so I need to come out here and, harvest what I can real quick, which is quite a bit. But what I'm noticing is, look at how all the squash are starting to get yellow. The edges are starting to curl back. And I think, oh, that one's just sitting there, so it's already lost its parent. This is a delicata. It's nice and firm, but I think we're going to need to start harvesting our squash. Let's take a look at a couple and see what's going on here. So this is supposed to be a mammoth pumpkin. It's not very big. It still looks pretty good. This is probably going to make it. This one, which is a delicata as well, the leaves are really changing. I don't think it's going to make it. Part of this could be a little disease too. That's spotty mildew, which is new. I don't see any bugs, but this is an unusual kind of a leaf pattern. This is from sudden cold. So these little guys are going to need to be picked. A lot of these squash. So if you pick a squash early, a winter squash, you're going to want to check a few things. So this one, the plant has died back, and this is all brown, so you know that this squash is ready to be harvested. Once this dies back, it's like the onion top dying back. When it's brown, you can go ahead and cut it like right there, and it'll be fine to harvest. This one is still really dark and green, so if I was going to harvest it, I'd actually need to come in here and cut pretty high. See how it joins into this vining here? I would actually cut into here, and then always pick up the squash by its body. If you pick it, have you ever picked up one by the stem and then it just breaks off? So let's look at a couple more. Alright, so this is a small Hubbard. It's ready to be harvested. Just cut and go. Another small Hubbard ready. Acorn squash, still green, so I would cut it like right up here. This part belongs to another plant right up here, but it also has blooms on it still, so I'm gonna let this one go. This usually doesn't ripen, and well, neither do these either, until really the end of autumn, the beginning of December. So everything is mixed up. Everything's mixed up right now because of this drastic weather change. So get out into your yard, look around. If plants have died back, like this one, harvest it. take it, go put it somewhere to cure if it needs to cure. This one doesn't, it's already cured. So you can tell if it's cured by having a hard outer shell. The top has turned brown, and if you take your thumbnail and just try to poke it in there, it doesn't easily go in like it would on a zucchini or other summer squash. So this one is actually already cured and could go into storage. Isn't that the perfect size for one person? Little delicata. Alright, you guys, so get out, check out your gardens, see what you see. See if stuff's dying, if it needs to be pulled. Especially if you're in an area like me with the fires.